All right, hello, we continue. I'm just gonna work on the map and focus. Hey, thanks. I'm not quite sure if this is how it's gonna be, but we'll see how it looks. I actually don't think the grass mixes with the brush that well, but it really makes sense for the brush to be under the tree. Alright, I should finish programming what I was doing before. Let's finish doing this save data. Alright, so I'm not gonna, since this is gonna be static, I'm actually gonna want to load it in a different function, not right here. I'm reading the Vulkan manual, takes my whole attention. Yeah, I imagine. Good luck with that. At least, hopefully the PDF isn't broken now. I found a PDF from a shady website. What? Why does it need to be shady for the Vulkan manual? Alright, so for this saving system, I'm thinking that I shouldn't just save to a single file. I should have a backup file that it's copied to, so that way if someone, you know how you see those warnings in games that says don't close while it's saving? Or it's like if you see this icon, don't shut down the game. So if you shut down the program right in the middle of a file read or write call, it can just like corrupt the file. So the solution is to actually do a file copy call that goes through the Windows operating system. So basically when you copy your save file to a backup first, and then when you're writing the new save file, if the program gets closed or crashes, you have the backup that is still good. And even if the person shuts down the program in the middle of the copy call, it still copies the file. So it's a good solution. So the hard part is going to be calculating where we save the file. Or I don't know if that's going to be that difficult, but it seemed like application.dataPath did not path of the game data folder on target device. Anyways, let's just serialize this. I'm just thinking, I don't have any endianness stuff here. I think it should still be fine for basically all systems. So we calculated it was 29 bytes, so we'll do 128 just to be safe. So let's start with a simple save file, and then I'll go to doing a backup. What I'm deciding is, though, I think I want to remove data from the end of this. I think this will be /data. Actually, I don't know. We'll see what this is for the editor. So this is the assets folder in the editor. So let's try current working directory. This might be the same thing. Yeah, I think this is what I want. I'm just thinking, on Linux and Windows, this should be correct. Now the question is, what do I do if it fails to save? I'm thinking if it fails to save, then shit's just fucked. So file type for binary data .bin. I guess we'll do save.dat, because that makes sense. God damn it, write all bytes. How do I make this a smaller array? Huh. Might actually be easier for me to open files with this. Well, apparently you have to truncate it or copy it. So, we're just gonna do file reads and writes. How do I do overwrite? I think it's open or create. Let me look at the file modes. Alright. Create a new file requires write permission if the file ever exists. IO exception is thrown. Should open an existing file. It's opened. Read permission is required. Seeks to enter the file, creates a new file. This requires append permission. File mode append. If the file already exists, it will be overwritten. Okay. Yep. That's what I needed. Okay. There we go. So hopefully that will save to save and then make a backup once it's already saved. Let's see. Let's check if that was successful. Okay, I should have debugged where it was saving to. Wait, why is that path separator? Alright, well, I guess directory separator care is what I'm looking for. There we go. Alright, this texture isn't bad, but the blending to green grass needs to happen like very quickly. Yep, and here is our save.dat. There we go. Alright, so we get our saving, and I guess I'll program loading in now. How do I tell if a save file is corrupted? This is the question. How do I tell if it's corrupted? I guess I checked that it actually loads something. This was something I actually just assumed you would, you just load the backup file when the regular save file isn't there, but no. Make cloud save. Hell no. I'm hopefully never going to implement Steam API in this. But seriously, how do I detect this? So I think if it doesn't save the whole way, it'll never decode the scene string. Huh. Look like you actually care about saving user progress. Yeah, I've had cloud saves lose data a few times. So actually, because I don't have any buffer offset testing there, there's actually no real way for me to know if it's corrupted or not. Shit. So I think the actual way to do this is to do like locking in the file. So at the beginning of the file here, I write like I write a single byte that's like 0 when the file is being written to. But preventing against file corruption is just write new file every time instead of writing old. See, what I'm doing is I'm copying the old to a backup first, and then I'm writing the new one. But yeah, I think actually the most optimal solution would be, instead of doing a backup, having like a save A and save B, or save 0 and save 1, and kind of like buffers. When one is the most recently, you save in the other one, and then that way you have like a backup. What I'm trying to detect right now is, how do I detect if the backup is needed, which is needed if the program exits in the middle of writing this. So my plan right now is to write 0 byte at the beginning, and then at the end, after doing the main writing, I seek to the end, or I seek back to the beginning, and then I write the byte as 1, like that. So then that way I can detect the byte at the beginning. If it's 0, then the file's corrupt and it wasn't written all the way. But that assumes it doesn't close right here, which is yeah. Alright, I'm going to do this, I think, a proper way. I'm going to make a signature. Called valid save. Just have it be like 1, 2, 3, 4 or something. Something like that. And then we'll write that. And that is how I'll detect it. Okay. Then I also need one that's just zeros. Alright, and hopefully that will actually write to the correct one. We'll see. Okay, and I think I'll want to write the function. Write it as a private function, so that I can call this twice if the first one isn't actually loaded or fails to load. Alright, now we open read, we load it into a buffer. And then we'll check if it's valid. Oh wait, I should also check if the buffer is too small. Actually, this will probably automatically call an exception if that happens anyways, so. Alright, yeah, then it's just checking if the beginning is valid. There we go. So then if the signature at the beginning doesn't match our little code, then the save file won't be loaded. So then we'll be able to detect if it's corrupt. So if it's a new save file, I should have something to mark it's a new save file. I guess I could have it be in like the state. No save file set default. So how am I going to mark this that it's the default? I think I'll set scene to null. Alright, I think that's good now. So then when we hit the checkpoint, we can trigger saving. Oh yeah, I need to check. It's actually the player. And we'll just trigger saving when they go through there. Alright, so then when the player dies, we'll go to the last save point. Go back to the last save point. So now we're going to do the opposite of here. And load in these values. And I wonder if save points should only be gone through once. So like right now you could actually run back to the save point to save. I'm not sure. That might actually be... So I just hit the save point there. I wonder if that's like not necessarily a bad mechanic if you want to go back and save. It could actually fuck you over if you save with lower health. So we're gonna kill ourselves here to see if it reloads the save point. Okay. So it reloaded the save point. It did not update our health because I didn't call the function set health. Of course. And I think it should save our save data because it's static. If not, this will bug my character out when he dies. Okay, yeah, so there was no save data, so it just kind of placed them in the middle of, I think that was 0, 0, 0 right there, actually. Nice. Alright, yep, it loaded us back to the save point. Cool. Man, I feel like making it only trigger once. I feel like it really makes sense to only have save points trigger once. How would I save what save point you've gone through? How would I do that? I would have to give IDs to the checkpoints then. Whatever, I'll just let you go back and save for now. I want to try to do an animation for when you die and an animation for when you go in the water. I'm just thinking like how... How would I do that? Or how do I want to do that? So I could make the camera kind of go flying. I could take over control of the character's rigid body and make him sort of go flying with the water. I feel like that is what I should do. And then slowly make the screen fade out into black where you get reset. And I think to fade to black I'll just do a UI overlay here. So then we can fade that in and out. Maybe, oh yeah, you could also make that like a sort of watery, bubbly effect, so sort of fades to like water. That actually would kind of make sense. I might do that, but at the beginning we're just gonna do a little animation. I don't know what I would call this system. I'm gonna get these other systems though, besides the look input, like the platform movement input. And so this way I can disable these to stop the player from moving for a bit. And then, what do I want to call this? Stumble. Etc. does 1 HP damage. Play short animation. Resetting you. So I should change this from water damage to stumbling. Huh. I'm going to rename this script. To Stumble Collider or something, or... Stumble Collider, Stumble Object, Stumble Zone. Stumble Trigger, actually. Stumble Trigger makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna play, or slide is gonna say how much the player moves. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a custom image yet, but I guess I'll have the UI image for fade image or overlay image. reset position. I wonder if I should reset the rotation too. Keep you, yeah, I guess I should. Okay. I think this is good. So now, oh wait, we also have to disable movement enabled false and look enabled false. So that is disable movement and looking. And then during update, we'll check if stumbling and we'll play the stumbling animation. I'm thinking this will go up to 1. Ah, wait, I should actually check if this kills the player. So we don't play stumbling. If the player dies, we play the death animation. But there's no death animation at the moment, so it'll just teleport the player, but you know, it's good enough anyways, for now at least. Oh man, and if the player's stumbling, if I'm automatically moving this, I'll actually have to turn off parts of the I'll disable the player's rigid body, I think. That'll turn off collisions. Wait. The collider will still exist. The collider will still exist. Shit. So I'll have to turn off the capsule collider if I want it to not collide with anything else. okay. So what this is going to do is it's going to fade in and then fade out the overlay image to black, and then halfway through when it hits black, it's going to move the player to the halfway point. Okay, wait, so stumble time will be minimum 0.5, so I think this is 2 minus, so at 0.5, this will be 0.5 times 2, which is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1, so at like at 1, this will be, yeah, 1 times 2, 2, 2 times 2 is 0, okay. Oh yeah, and this isn't stumbling the player. So I guess I'm gonna do this with the camera. Because I think it makes the most sense to do with the camera. Okay, so now let's try to actually use this system in the stumble trigger. Let's see how this looks. Oh, I forgot to set the instance to the overlay image. Oh yeah, let me check. It's making a backup file, right? Backup save.dat. Nice. Alright. So our save files are working. Okay, okay, I forgot to re-enable. Okay, so when it toggles the look input, I guess I won't toggle the look input because I want the mouse to stay locked in, and it automatically disables that when I disable the look. slide you a little bit down. Yep, nice. What the? Wait. Oh, I forgot to reset the camera position. Oops. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. It's a simple, simple HP system. Alright, I'm gonna put some trees and stuff around now. Do some terrain painting. I actually don't think I should have placed all of this green grass first. I think I should have used the ground leaves as the base. I'm really tempted to just like go and paint over all of this with the ground leaves. But at the same time, if I want to turn it back to grass, that would be really annoying. That tree is floating. That's a fat tree. Not enough tree cover. I'm thinking I should have just made the map bigger. Although I guess this isn't bad. I'm looking at the lighting right now, how it's really dark in these areas. I seem to remember a way to fix this. I feel like maybe it was metallic. I guess not. So I want to find something that can light up. I'm actually thinking the best thing besides the directional light, which should the directional light have a bit of blue in it? I feel like it should. Alright, so beside a directional light, I want to say maybe a spotlight or a point light. Let's try a point light up in the sky. Yeah, so the attenuation makes this brutal. Would need to be very bright. I guess this works. I guess I could maybe do a spotlight. Or I could do multiple of these. Let's see how that looks in the dim areas. That at least should give... Oh, yeah. See, now that gives a little bit of lighting in these dim areas. You know what, actually? That's actually pretty damn good. It's not completely dark now. You can actually kind of see. I feel like these shouldn't be physics objects. I should make these static objects. I'm thinking of also making it a small thing, but if you walk in the fire, it does damage to you. Alright, so I'm thinking this area has like trees that have been, I guess maybe these fallen trees, basically trees that have been like chopped up, and I actually just realized I need to do a 3D model for firewood. I guess I'll put this with the trees. That definitely makes it look more alive. Okay, I feel like the grass is a bit out of place until I put actual grass. So yeah, I think I need grass blades. Some of these floating sticks are kind of issues as well. But for the most part, it's pretty good. So like the question is, if I have grass, where is it gonna be? I think it would be growing up kind of like back on these hills, either where there's not really trees. I feel like the grass doesn't really fit. That instantly just made it better. Brown grass. Oh my god. There we go. Brown grass. That's what it needed. Alright, I'm going to try to make a 3D model for firewood. Just like a really simple chopped up cylinder. I'm actually like thinking, should I do cell fracture on a cylinder? I feel like I should like make the pieces. Hmm. Now I'm thinking I could chop out like the center of this using Boolean operations. I think that would be pretty nice. Alright, so that's like the piece. It's like a chopped out piece. So then the opposite of intersect, yeah, here we go. So this is like our piece of firewood. Now I'm thinking, I guess I could just do this over with a bunch of different pieces. What's something I could use, simple deform, something to quickly make these vertices kind of different? I kind of don't want to change anything from the base mesh. I guess I'll try some of like the deforms. Yeah, the deform might work. There's our normal piece. There's chopped at a slight angle. Okay, yeah, taper, and that is what I'm looking for. Nice. So let's just go through and we're just gonna make a whole bunch of little 3D models of firewood or of chunks of wood. Hello, Tested J. C. Oh, that's different. I'm gonna change up the piece a bit now. What if I did it at a little bit of an angle? Can I get like a bit chopped up there? What would that be like? Yeah. Okay, actually, I want to check. Is this importing the cube as well, even though it's disabled? I have a feeling that this is exporting the disabled cube as well. Let me look. Firewood cube. So, yeah. God damn it. Okay, so Blender, how can I not export visible objects? Selected objects. Selected invisible objects only. There we go. Okay, well, we're gonna lose our first firewood that we made, but that's okay. We can easily make it again. And did that? What does it look like? Nice. That looks like kind of a chunk of firewood. Okay. So I thought that it applied the displacement, but it actually didn't. So we're going to export it now with the displacement. Displacement as a different piece of firewood. Let me just make sure it's different in Unity. Yeah, you can see that's a curved, slightly different piece. Okay. I honestly think I probably just need like one or two more of these. Don't really need too many different shapes. I just want to keep checking just to make sure it's not. Yeah, so it's only exporting the actual wood mesh or the geometry. I think this piece is just good like that. And yeah, you know what? I think 4 pieces is enough. We don't really need that much. I just realized there is a branch sticking through the ground there. Polygon is self-intersecting and has been discarded. Okay, that's cool. And for all of these, I'm just going to use a world space shader so I don't have to worry about UVs or anything like that. I think I want to calculate normals for all of these, just in case Blender didn't do the best of jobs. There we go. So now that looks smooth on one side and then sharp on another, which is nice. I can always change it to make it look sharper as well. So let's see, is this is lit world space. Is the bark world space? No, the bark is lit. Okay, so we're gonna do a world space bark. Now, I thought I had a normal map for this. Maybe not. I guess I don't. I should get a normal map. I guess maybe I'll go and generate a normal map. That might be like polish, something I do afterwards. Man, I used to have this program that was really good about creating normal maps from images. I actually think I might go on my old PC and copy that over at some point because it was legitimately so good. So it looks like that this is the like the AI thing that I would want to use for this. You basically pass in images and it generates 3D data, and then you can do a normal map from that. Interesting, but I think kind of overkill for me at this point. guess we'll just use this. Wait, where's the bark? Oh my god, I was doing it in the wrong place. It's hard to tell if that is good or bad. It looks better than not having normal maps. That is a big file. 3.3 megabytes. Did that not copy it over? Okay, let's see. What is taking up these 3.3 megabytes? $1,000 by 1,000. Oh my god, and I see why that doesn't compress well. Look at that. That is noisy. Okay, let's see what this looks like now that we now have normal maps. I thought there was a normal map strength here. Oh, right here. I think it's upside down. Yeah, the normal map looks upside down. Let's go and look at this up close. It might be right. Yeah, it looks like the light is facing the wrong direction. Honestly, shit. I already closed the generation the generation page. I might just go with scuffed normal maps. What could we do to make that work? Does negative work? Yeah, so it just like almost looks upside down. I guess that's better. That is better. You know, I just realized this is a bad wood texture. This looks like bark, not wood. I need a wood texture, not bark. Shit. At least the 3D model. I'm just gonna use bark for this. I don't really care. Why is this one side like that? Okay, I think I found a bug in my world space texturing. Alright, so in the UV here, checks if it's smaller than Y. Does the W, if not, does the XY, if not, it does the XZ. That actually, from what I understand, should be fine. The Y is smaller than 0. The Z is smaller than 0.5. Huh. So what is happening there? It's like the instant right before it flips. Right there. Why is it at like times 1,000 the scale? That doesn't make sense. Is it because the UVs aren't being evaluated in... Oh my god. Is it because I'm doing this in the UV shader and not doing it in let me try automatically repeating. I think it'll stop the values from going as high and as different. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So now it will hopefully do a smaller distortion. Yeah, I think that's good. So that way you can see when it repeats here, it mirrors and it does do some stretching. Ideally, I should change this to be in the pixel shader. Because that will reduce the stretching. And it'll actually make them line up better. Why triplanar? It's not triplanar mapping. That's the thing. I'm trying to do it with one texture sample, which is just like changing the UV coordinates. I really hate these universal render pipeline shaders though. They're so fucking massive just to change like a little bit of shader code. It's like I've got to delve into all this stuff of like initialize surface data and shit like that. Man, I really hate dealing with shader stuff in the universal render pipeline, and it's so dumb because you can do so many amazing things with shaders. It's like, fuck Unity in this. The one thing that Unity like feels so shit, like when you're in Unity and it feels so fucking bad to work with shaders in Unity right now. Like it's so ridiculously bad. Like, who the fuck at Unity looks at this shit and thinks, yeah, that's a good shader programming system. This is what I want my shader code to look like when I'm editing it. So I'm going to try doing the modifications down here. Okay, so this This wood actually has decent UVs. I might... Technically, I don't even need to do the world space shader. But let's get it working. See, this is what I'm worried about, is the surface data is needed to initialize the normal. Hopefully not. So now hopefully I can still call transform text on this. Let's see if that works. Invalid subscript position world space. Oh my god, does it not output position world space? Holy shit, dude. Oh my god. This shit is so annoying to work with. My god. This shit makes me want to go make my own universal render, my own render pipeline or my own engine. It's so fucking bad. And for whatever reason, Visual Studio doesn't highlight stuff in shaders properly. Okay, there we go. Now it's actually doing the better world space. And so there should be like a line at certain angles where it switches like that. I think it's right, yeah, right there. You can actually see it breaks the bitmaps. Makes a line going straight across. Alright. I'm happy that we got that working. But at the same time, fuck these this shader system is so fucking bad. Like, just looking at this code, I feel like my rates of cancer has increased. Like, I gotta edit all of these passes if I want it to work properly. Are you fucking kidding me? And it literally gets the, like, this code is so fucking badly written. It literally gets the data we need right here and then never passes it along or give, like, this code is written with no comments. You can tell that the Unity developers aren't expecting anyone to actually write their own shaders, which is so fucking annoying and stupid. Like, you would think with such a giant engine like Unity, they would account for devs making their own shaders. Like, what the fuck is this trash? Unity, please document your shader code. Like, I don't give a fuck about all these new packages you're coming out with if all of them have this garbage ass code that you can't even understand. Like, holy shit. Like, these new features that you have edge cases that it just completely breaks on, and then there's no documentation or information on them. It's like, yeah, Unity devs. So, like, I'm thinking the best way to do this is to copy all of this code to right here, like that, and then directly write output.position CS. But it's just like, oh my fucking god, dude. Like, really, Unity? Do you guys not, like, it's just mind-boggling to me, like, that they don't expect developers are going to write their own shaders, and why the fuck they wouldn't document this then? Like, that's the other thing. Even, you would think that even if Unity doesn't expect developers to deal with these shaders, that you would think they would document them for just the sake of documenting them. Like, you would think maybe that a big professional company would document their code, but why the fuck would you document code, right? Like, who does that? Oh my god. We have to output normal to, like, this is so cancer. This is so fucking cancer, man. The way this shader code is written, it's so bad. Like, it is so annoying. You literally have to refactor it all just to change little parts of it. Like, it is unbelievable how they wrote this with, like, not expecting developers to actually, like, customize the shaders. I gotta be honest, if Unity doesn't expect developers to customize shaders, I think Unity devs have completely lost the plot. Hopefully not, but from the look of this code, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Okay, so we got the Shadowcaster pass compiling. How the fuck is the Shadowcaster pass different than the depth only pass? They're literally the same thing. They both just output depth. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, it's so dumb. It's actually so dumb. This shit makes me want to not use Unity, but I know that that's kind of the crazy response, extreme response. Instead, it kind of makes me want to say fuck Unity shaders and their render pipelines and try to make my own render pipeline again. But I know at the end of the day that just means dealing with Unity's own code still, so. So, what is the difference between these? Is it the shadow clip? The shadow horizontal clip position? Oh my god, man, like this triggers the hell out of me having to write the same code 3 or 4 times just because Unity designs their shit horribly. Like it's literally like hair pulling. Like Unity devs, why? Why do you do this? Yeah, Sag. Alright, now let's go and do the same for this local space shader. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get water. I need to take a break. Dealing with this shit is just so dumb. Like, actually, fuck Unity developers. The graphics programmers that designed this shit are just like they're making me, and I know they're making a bunch of other developers waste their fucking time. And it's all because the Unity developers either don't know how to document their shader code, they don't know how to design shader code so that other people will also write the code. Like, I don't believe that Unity devs are that incompetent, but I mean, looking at this code right here, what the fuck else is there to think? Dude, this is legitimately making me rethink Unity again. I went through this same thing when I was doing the VR development before. It was like, let's make a game, and then I got to something. I think it was volumetric fog, where I was like, I want some volumetric fog. The universal render pipeline doesn't have volumetric fog, so let's... I've done many shaders with volumetric fog. Let's program that. I remember I struggled for like the whole afternoon just to do a full screen post-process effect that could access the depth buffer. And the only way I could do it was to access the depth buffer of the last frame. So the depth buffer didn't 100% line up. And during that, I also had to deal with all of this absolutely garbage code that has no documentation and basically waste my time doing the same things multiple times. And really, it just makes me go, why the fuck am I using the universal render pipeline? That is the question that I am faced with. And the answer is I'm using it because I'm lazy and I just want to try to put together a game. So I think I should just deal with this shit, but like I honestly think if I want to continue developing games in Unity, my long-term goal is to create my own render pipeline or not use this absolute garbage that is Unity's shader code. I think that's the balanced solution, is saying, yes, I think I'll try to use this for a project now, but it is fucking garbage and I'm going to try to make my own. Output value not completely initialized. Okay, so I gotta set this at least to 0. Oh, it's output. Oh man, so now this is going to be local, so I need normal object space. And I need normal, or I need position object space. Shit. So I actually need extra data for this, because normal world space is not passed. I might actually run out of text chords. Oh shit. This is literally the exact problem I'm talking about. Free up text chord slots for Unity's universal render pipeline. Yep, so yeah. So yeah, they have used up all of these. Amazing. Amazing. So I literally can't do this shader with this method. I guess I'll stay with this somewhat broken method because There's no other choice. Alright, so that reminded me that I want to never try to touch the Universal Render Pipeline shaders again. Because I think I just increased my rates of cancer. So fuck that. And we're gonna try to just stick to built-in materials if possible. I just realized the local space shader won't work properly like that. Shit. How would I fix that? I guess just leave the errors. I remember a meme about how you feel right now. You want to do anything else except learning Unity. Oh, the ADHD video. I have seen that. I never really have a problem moving around a bunch. Okay. Let's try to make a stack of firewood. Wait, I just realized our fireplace has no wood in it currently. Hold on. The first log will be in the fire. I wonder if I should like stack up the firewood. Oh, this isn't centered. Oh, damn. So when I scale it, it does not scale in one... Damn it. It does not scale uniformly. I should have centered these before I exported them. Shit. Wait. This has a hole in it. Oh my god, when Unity moved... Oh my god, I just realized. So I think Unity broke this when it removed the self-intersecting vertice. Because this rendered properly in Blender. It might be optimized mesh. Huh. So I don't know what... Huh. I don't know why that happened for this mesh. Did it happen for the other meshes? No, so maybe it's because like that one was distorted so much. Huh, interesting. Well, I can always just kind of turn it around so that you can't see inside it. I actually feel like the easiest way to do this would be to put physics objects on it and then drop these and have them like fall on each other. Alright, now we're gonna do larger stacks of that outside here. should maybe combine these into one. So then I can scale these up together. I'm pretty happy with how it's looking so far. It's not horrible. I think I should make that the fireplace flicker less when you walk in and out of here, but it works. All right. I just realized the overlay is only covering specific hearts. Is there like a Z or sorting? Raycast, image type, preserve aspect. Order it will render. Let me look this up. Unity UI sort order. Oh, so I have to move the overlay above. So how do I set this overlay to the end? I guess I put the hearts inside this. Okay, this should work. Yep, there we go. Now it's actually covered. Maybe scale these up a little bit. Oh, I touched the water there. Interesting. So I think I'll put some brush there so you can't reach behind the house. I'll do a hill going up here. Block you from going past a certain amount. Oh my god, I got myself stuck. That's it. This is what I was testing for, is I was like, I think there's an area right here where I could get myself stuck. And here it is. I'm thinking of doing like a custom character collider. So I think I should do a minimum walk Y and a minimum. I should separate the grounded for jumping and for walking. It'll give me way more control. It will allow me to actually walk when you're stuck like this. I can always do a menu though and then do like a reset from here if you get stuck. Yeah, I feel like doing a custom walking or like custom player controller I think would be huge. Maybe making it feel like you're actually walking. We'll see. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, so this, doing a better platform movement is a really interesting concept. So, it's like, how fast do I want it to accelerate? I'm thinking of doing a responsive movement system. Wait, what? I was just able to double jump there. Yeah, how did I just get that? Oh my god, how is it double jumping? Smaller than jump ground time. If grounded, so is it potentially calling grounded here? No. Okay, so actually I see now. It should set this to 0 right here. Let's try that. I think it's like how responsive, what kind of player movement am I looking for? Do I want it to be like a stumbling type thing? Yeah, I think, oh wait, no, that's still a double jump. I wonder if it's the grounded being detected wrong or what. I gotta think though, what type of player movement do I want? I could do this sort of responsive movement. I think responsive is the best. Have it so that the player just like it just moves as quick and smoothly as possible. So I'm thinking how I would want to do that. Okay, I gotta figure out why this is double jumping. And yeah, I think I might change this around to be more responsive. So first of all, let's check if it's even that grounding that's bugging out or the ground time. Yeah, I think it is that. I think I'll just remove that jump time. I am tempted to. I do want to fix this, I think. I need to change this function too if I want the movement to be responsive. Alright, let's walk through this. So if it's grounded, it resets time since grounded to 0. Grounded is true, so then we can jump regardless of if time since grounded is smaller than ground time. Jump delay gets set. adds the jump acceleration, sets the jump delay to jump cooldown. Time since grounded gets added the jump ground time, which should push it. So if like jump ground time is 0.5, pushes this above 0.5, and then this gets fixed delta time added, which means there's like no way after jumping that it does this unless grounded gets set to true again and time since grounded. Alright, so I think if jump delay bigger than 0, or we'll set this to 0 if jump delay is smaller than 0. So like if we can jump anyways, then we can reset that. And let's set this to a nice big value, like 1 second, so we can literally jump off a ledge and then jump afterwards. So we're not getting any double jumping right now. Yeah, so I can definitely tell you can jump like a split second after you walk off the edge. It makes it really nice. Alright, so now the next thing. The movement is not insanely responsive. So I think we're going to try to fix that. I guess this is responsive actually. What do I have the I turned up the physics rate, didn't I? Physics, okay, fixed time step of 100. So let's look at this. As soon as the walk speed drops below the magnitude, it adds the acceleration times delta time clamped to the magnitude difference, which means the maximum it can accelerate is based off. Okay, so to increase responsiveness, I need to make the player have more friction. I think I'm gonna want to do a custom movement system, yeah. I think I want to do it so that it has nothing. See, this is the thing. On one hand, you want it to be like related to friction, so then if you have like a slippery surface, the player literally slides across it. Let's check what the difference is of super high friction. So now the player starts and stops instantly. Can't even move in a whole bunch of cases because I guess the static friction is so high. Or maybe dynamic friction. I wonder if this is because of the minimum normal. Huh. I wonder why the player stops walking the instant it hits a little bump. I feel like it's not the minimum normal, but maybe it is. I guess that it's just too high friction. So yeah, I think I'm gonna think about like a custom. I haven't really decided how I want the movement in this to work, but one thing I want is that like I want to be able to make like an icy surface, for example, and have the player actually like slide across it. But on the other hand, this sort of insane friction where it literally can't move because there's such high friction is not good. So yeah, so the friction makes it very hard to climb up things. Alright, so I think I have an idea of how I want this to work. I don't really want the player to actually have friction. So the player might actually just like slide off stuff. And this will actually make it pretty good. Okay, so then I'll be able, so basically I want the player to start sliding when only when it's not grounded. So like it will slide down a little bit of hills like that. I want you to be able to stand on them without sliding. So if I do minimum, will it just slide forever? Yeah. So I mean, that's good for like ice. Actually, this isn't good for ice. It lets you walk even when there's no friction. Yeah. Okay, I gotta think about how this player movement system is gonna work. I think I'm gonna stop there. I think that was pretty good for today. Like, I haven't really done any development on this for like a week. So I feel like that was actually really good progress today for just like hopping on and doing it. I think this looks way better than it did at the start of today. Anyways, I'm gonna off stream in my head. I'm gonna plan out how do I want the player to move, and it seems like such a simple thing. Like you press the W key and the player moves forward, but it's like there's a thing where if you have like stair steps, like box colliders going up in stairs, and a player walks into it, he won't be able to climb the box colliders because there's no slope. So like a realistic human like walking, it doesn't actually go based off like the slope like I'm trying to do. It goes off like stepping down and seeing how high you can walk up. So it's like kind of slope related, but at the same time it's not. It's like I'm actually thinking of doing some like hybrid system where it moves like this, just applying velocity forward, but then calculates where you can move based off like raycasting downward. I gotta think about it, but I think having a good player walking system is really important. Like being able to climb stairs and being able to climb like rough geometry makes it feel way better. Alright. That'll be it for now. I might stream a bit later, we'll see. Depends how many ideas I get about this player movement system. I'll see everyone around. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this development stream. So the goal is to do a lot more of these streams the next few days and hopefully try to get a basic game done for the end of October. We'll see if that actually works. All right, bye-bye. Thanks for watching.